What's going on, YouTube? So it's Martin
and Christina
from Thrift Store Gold back at you with another video, another live stream. So in this live stream, we got another interview going on. We're with Thai talking about drop shipping and his business. So say what's up, Thai.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Thai, and I'll talk about drop shipping today and a little bit about myself.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
We got our usual 8 questions that we're going to be asking you and see how you do.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty.
Let's hop right into it.
So the first one is, how did you first find out about drop shipping?
Okay, yeah, so I was just a regular 17-year-old dude, no idea what I was doing with my life, pretty much lost, just like most students. So my brother actually found out about drop shipping, and he kind of introduced me and showed me a guy that was doing it and talked a little bit about it. And he kind of explained what drop shipping is a little bit, and he had like a course that's like $1,000 or something, which obviously I didn't have money to just throw at $1,000. So I was like, okay, cool, the idea is really cool. I learned the concept, the basics, and after that, I just literally made an eBay account, got a PayPal, and literally just sat and do the work. I wasn't like contemplating or thinking over all of the nonsense. I literally just created an account, made a listing, and just got started. Like that's yeah.
Do you remember what your first product was
that I sold?
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually imported some products from China as well. So I bought like 10 watches. 10 watches, like $10 each, and I had them up for sale as well. And I think I sold like 2, which is funny. So I sold like 2, and I kept like the rest in the store still. But yeah, that's kind of how I started, I think. And then after that, my first product was like a fishing game that I sold, which I took the loss on and lost money. Again, that's because I didn't know what I was doing again. But because I got that sale, that showed me and opened my eyes and be like, okay, hey, people actually buy, even though I lost money. Like the important thing for me is like seeing that it actually works and understanding, okay, wow, people have bought this, and now all I gotta do is go to Amazon, click, and ship.
Yeah. See, we kind of just feel the same way, like, because we literally actually just started. We put our first listing up last night of something drop shipped, and it sold. And
the next day?
We actually,
Okay, that's good.
We actually did lose out, like, I think like $1 or like $1.20, but we didn't think anybody was gonna buy it, but then it sold within like 24 hours.
Did you guys do the research, or you just listed whatever?
Yeah, I did a little bit of research on it.
Good. I guess not enough really, because and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't factor in the taxes.
But real quick, for the next question, looks like we have Thrift Esme. Good to see you. She can't stay, but glad you could make it really quick.
She's at work right now.
Yeah. And then Carrie Berry's mom. It's good to see you in here. She wanted to support, but she can't stay as well. And then Reseller King, what's up? How are you?
Sweet. All right. So number 2. Do you prefer manual drop shipping or software drop shipping?
Okay, so the thing about that, I actually started with manual drop shipping. Like I literally started with manual drop shipping, and I was doing everything, and I literally spent hours and hours like putting into the store, and I was putting in a lot of work. Now that's good and bad. So. And with the software, I started using software after like 3 months of manual drop shipping. And so I kind of had to learn like all of the things that you would need to do if you don't have a software. And I was like, okay, how can I make it easier? And then once I made it easier, I got lazy. So that's the problem with the software that I have. And it actually, it actually happened. I actually got lazier, and, I kind of lost that connection with my store. And at that point, I wasn't working as hard. I wasn't as dedicated. And so I wasn't doing as well as when I was doing my manual store, because when I was doing my manual store, every single product that I listed, I had to like literally look at it and, go upload every single picture one by one, copy and paste text, the images, the title, the description, the features. So I have to, actually look at the product. Whereas the software, you kind of skip by all of that, right? So you don't, you just lost the touch with your store. And if you start automating so many things with your store, at that point, you're just like, okay, whatever. It doesn't even matter anymore. So in terms of, so you asked if I liked manual or software, right?
Yeah. Which one do you prefer?
I honestly still do manual. Okay. On Amazon. But on Amazon, most of it is automated, but I still do manual. But if I were to restart again, like if I come in with the same mindset, I would do it manual.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just do manual. If I continue the way that I was doing manual, I would have made a lot more money, honestly.
Yeah.
Whereas if I use software. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Good to know, though.
We're actually trying to use your tip. I've heard when I first kind of found out about you, you said do manual drop shipping for like 3 months and then use software. So that's kind of what we wanted to transition to and try.
You want to try a little bit?
That kind of depends on like the supplier that you're using as well.
Yeah.
Because like if you're using like Amazon or Walmart or like Home Depot, those suppliers are like saturated to the max. So like there's a lot of like moving parts. And so using software wouldn't make sense for those suppliers. But if you want to make the most profit margins and really, focus on the products, and you're not using those 3 suppliers I just mentioned, doing manual is much better if you're not going to be using those 3 suppliers.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Good to know. How do you do product research?
So, well, are you talking about eBay or Amazon?
eBay.
Okay, so for eBay, I mean, there's like a million ways, but essentially on eBay, so the difference between eBay and Amazon is, so on eBay, you can actually click and see how the amount that's sold in the last 30 days on a particular listing, right? And on Amazon, you don't see that. The only thing you see is like a rank. So if you were going to do a product research on eBay, what you can do is you find listings that have sold or have some traction to it, and you can go there and you click the amount sold, and that's how you know how often this product sells. And what we can do is you can actually go on like your supplier site, and you can copy like a product that's hot on that website, and then search it up on eBay. And then you look and see if there's anybody selling it, or if nobody's selling it at all, then that's falling on the product. Yeah. And that's one way that you can do it. Or you can actually find sellers that are using a particular supplier that you're trying to look for. So if you're using Home Depot, you can go, find whatever product on Home Depot, you search it up on eBay, you make a bunch of, list of Home Depot sellers. You just go to their stores and look at all their products and see what's selling. And basically just, copy, but obviously don't copy completely. So you want to copy and, put in like maybe 1% more effort, 1%. Yeah. 1%. And, do something different, change the picture, make it brighter, darker, or whatever it is, as long as you do something different.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Put a spin on, or put your own spin on it then, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I could talk like 5 hours on product research, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah. It's kind of an open-ended question.
Right, yeah. There's multiple ways, and like one way might not be good for you, and one way might not be for other, because like people run their business like in a million different ways.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no like best product research, because what's best for you might not be best for you guys. And some of you guys might not be willing to put in as much work as me, or some of you guys might be as lazy as me, stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, we're probably just as lazy.
Yeah, don't be lazy. You can't go into this visit and be lazy.
No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. All right. So number 4 is, what has pushed you to keep drop shipping?
Okay, so the first thing is results. Okay, that's the most important thing, and I think results is what everybody needs to see, because the moment that you put in a bunch of work and you don't get any results, it gets discouraging. And that's the point you want to give up. So I think anybody that's starting is the most important thing is getting results. Either it's a first sale or, you know, something like that, you know, gives you that sense that this works. Or you can look at other people that are successful and, hey, you know, it works, it's working for them. Yeah. And you get that, you know, like that sense that, you know, this works. And, you know, that helps you keep going. And the second thing is, you know, the freedom. Okay. You can work anywhere. You can do whatever you want, which is being lazy. But,
yeah, I was gonna say.
You don't want to get caught in that. Like it's pretty easy to get caught into that. But you know, the freedom. You know, I've been able to travel. I mean, it's not like I'm stuck. Like I can always pause the business, or I can always outsource or whatever. So I mean, like there's a lot of ways that you can go about this business. Like you're not like stuck. And also another thing is like once you put in the work into your store, either your eBay or Amazon store or whatever store that you're working on, it stays there. Okay. And so what that means is the moment that you invest into your store, it stays there. It's not like with your job where you put in your work and the moment you leave is like you're not going to make any more money. They're not going to pay you. All right. Yeah. With the dropshipping business, you put up those products, you invested time to listing. And so those products are going to stay in your store and they continue to sell, whether you're sleeping, eating, showering, partying, whatever. As long as your store is up, you're making money. Okay. and that's really powerful in my opinion. Powerful. Yeah.
That's another thing I really like about eBay and selling online is you kind of just do the work right there and then you go do whatever and you're going to make, that's how you're going to make money.
Yeah. And the internet is 24/24.
Yeah.
Versus like a physical store where you have to, okay, I'm opening at 8 a.m. I probably don't even want to wake up and I close at 5 p.m. And yeah.
All right. But before we get into another question, we have some more people in here. Okay. TJ Horth said, hey guys, how's it going? And then
what's up, TJ Horth?
How's it going? And then Reseller King said, it is about what you are comfortable doing and you got to like what you are doing. If not, you will hate your job.
Very true. Very true.
All right. So then question number 5 for you is going to be, what was one of the biggest mistakes you have made and what did you do to fix it?
The biggest mistake in terms of the dropshipping or like in general?
Just dropshipping.
The biggest mistake, let me see. What's the biggest mistake? I mean, pretty much how I've got to where I am today is basically throwing myself into the dirt and like doing everything and then learn after I make the mistakes. So the one instance where I made that mistake, my first mistake that like kind of crushed me was that I canceled an order on eBay and I got my first negative feedback. And I got very, very discouraged because I knew that I messed up and like, okay, there's no way you can get out of that aside from just taking that hit. So yeah, I can just talk about that. So basically, I was doing manual dropshipping, and I didn't think about this. So the customer bought the product, and the price went up or was out of stock or something, and obviously I tried to cancel it, right? But I canceled it, and I still kept the listing running. So the customer was like, oh, you canceled my order, and then you relist it at a higher price. So that's when I knew. I was like, oh my God, yeah. If you're gonna cancel an order, you want to make sure that you adjust the listing as well. Because the customer might look at the listing again, and it's like, okay, why is this guy still selling at a higher price? And that's gonna get them pissed off.
Yeah, that's not. I didn't even think about that.
So I got very discouraged with that. So I got my negative feedback. I was like, oh, negative. It's like, man, this is terrible. I messed up. It's not worth it anymore. I started thinking all of these negative thoughts in my head. And I was like, man, I shouldn't do eBay. I should do like Shopify. I wouldn't have to deal with this mess. I wouldn't have to deal with the mad customers. And so I kind of paused eBay a little bit. And so I tried Shopify, which biggest failure again. So that's the second big failure. So I was trying to jiggle with eBay. I mean, eBay was on pause, but I was still trying to jiggle with eBay at the same time as Shopify. So at that point, I was in two worlds at the same time. So I couldn't really focus. And so that's the second failure. So guys, if you're going to do something, just because you failed the first time doesn't mean that, you know, the world is over. Don't start jumping into a million other things. At the end of the day, you're going to be lost in everything and you're not going to be successful at anything.
Yeah. That's like some good advice.
Yeah. We really
and I ended up letting go of my Shopify store.
Oh, really?
I invested like 100, which still isn't a lot, but you know, I had to let go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So then what did you do to fix your negative feedback on that account?
Okay, so what I did to fix it was I just left that account, literally, and made a new account.
All right, that's
good. And so because of that, I started a new account with a new perspective on like how to deal with customers better and kind of like you know how to avoid these types of errors again.
Mm-hmm.
My second account was all smooth, I mean it's less issues. And actually my first account went into below standard as well.
Oh.
So when you go below standard, I mean it's even more of a mess.
Yeah.
So I just gave up on that account and was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, so I messed up that much. And again, that's because I was doing manual drop shipping and I didn't have any mentor, nobody to help me out. I mean, I had to learn everything.
Mm-hmm. So really quick before we get into the next question, how many eBay stores have you had?
I mean, just two. Well, I'm working on the third one right now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like I had like a million stores.
Like maybe like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Kent Daigle said maybe you should order some furniture, LOL.
No furniture.
No furniture.
I don't need any furniture.
How? Don't you sit on anything?
I sit on my computer chair.
All day long.
Well, I try to, move around, but
okay. All right, but question number 6 is going to be, why did you decide to make a YouTube channel?
Okay, well, for me, I was a shy guy. I mean, it's not like I was all natural and come in and be like, everything's perfect. No, just no. So, I mean, kind of why I decided was, I was kind of influenced a little bit by another guy. I'm not gonna his name, but he was like, okay, you should make a YouTube channel too. So, and I wasn't the type of person to record myself and make a bunch of videos and all that stuff. Like that wasn't me at all. Like, no. Yeah. So I don't know what inspired me, but like I just felt like making videos and helping people, I guess. I mean, other than that, I don't think there was like a moment where I gotta do this. I don't know what to say, but like I just started making videos.
Okay.
Same for you, kind of. You just like jumped into it one day because we were not really like natural in front of the camera either.
And that's the thing. A lot of people think like, oh, I'm just not charismatic enough. I'm just not good at this, or they just say a bunch of excuses why they're not doing it. But at the end of the day, everybody that gets to where they are today, they didn't start perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Have
you see my first introduction video? I was like terrible.
Maybe we should go watch it. Oh, have you?
I didn't think it was that bad.
It's not that bad, but like you can tell that I'm not really used to
Yeah. Definitely better than my first video.
Well, was your first video edited?
Edited? Yeah, I think I was using, I don't really even remember. Yeah, I was using my phone to edit though. I was using iMovie. So.
Yeah, at least you did some editing.
Yeah, yours was just one raw clip.
I literally, every single my video has well, not every single one, but most of them I recorded once, upload it.
Yeah, I like that though. That's nice. I wish we could just do that.
We messed up.
That's just raw, uncut, done.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
We cannot do that.
It's honestly.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying the next question.
So number 7 is, how often do you switch suppliers or do you use multiple suppliers?
Okay. So in terms of suppliers, I've mostly been working with the main suppliers, which is Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot. I have been, using other suppliers and testing that as well, but I don't really switch it as often because, again, you want to, be good at one thing at a time. So, yeah, I don't really switch that much, but I am looking into, wholesalers, and smaller retailers that most people don't use.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm trying to integrate into, my stores, so that way I get more margins and less competition.
Okay.
Can you give us an example of one?
So, okay, I'll give you an example. Zorro is a good one.
Zorro, okay.
Zorro.com. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Come, guys.
It looks like we got Brandon in the house. What's up, Brandon?
And they also have a tax exemption program. So.
Oh, they do?
Oh.
Okay. That's sweet then.
Yeah, well,
it's a pain in the ass to register, but they have it.
All right, I'll remember it and I'll try to register then.
Yeah.
But our last question for you is, how is your new place?
My new place?
Yes.
Like the general area or like my apartment? Like,
how is this everything?
Both.
How are you liking
how
it?
are you liking it? How's Washington?
Well, it's a totally different climate.
Yeah.
Back in San Diego is like 50, 60, it's like 60, 70 degrees. Here it's been like 30s and 40s. So it's kind of like cut in half almost.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to adjust to that. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I mean, I do really like the air. And I can actually breathe, and there's a lot of like nature surrounding me, like rotten trees.
Oh, nice.
It's like all rotten trees, and then you have birds making sounds in the morning and blah blah blah. So it's kind of like in the middle of like the forest ish, whereas before, where I was back in California, I was kind of like in like the city ish.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a opposite, switch of where I'm used to. But I mean, for me, I mean, I change I can, adapt to things very fast and, change whatever I got to do to live. So in terms of that, I mean, everything has been good. I have bills to pay. I got to learn how to write checks for the first time to pay the water bill. And so, it's definitely like a stepping stone for me. Okay. And that's really important. Like you always want to, step out of your comfort zone and, work in a new environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's really cool that you're enjoying it and you like the fresh air and everything.
Yeah. And there's actually like a nearby beach too.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
And the views are really nice. So.
At least in summer it'll be warmer, and then like.
Oh my God, the summer here is gonna be amazing.
Yeah, you'll definitely be enjoying the summer, having the winter, because winter sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and also in California, like there's not really seasons. Really. It's mostly sunny. So here you can actually experience more seasons. So that's another thing I'm more excited to look forward to.
It makes Christmas a lot more like, I guess it's like. Feels more like Christmas when there's snow and stuff. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can look forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was our 8 questions. I mean, if anybody wants to ask questions in the chat, we'll stay on for another like 5 minutes maybe, and then thank you for answering all the questions. I think you did really good, Ty, and we had a lot of fun.
It's so funny how you guys just look at each other. It's just like, it's fun. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it, especially because we just started drop shipping, and it's nice to hear about other stories.
Yeah, it's very good to get the encouragement, but I can't stress this enough. The important thing is you have to get in the game.
Yeah.
Just literally make an account, make a listing, just do something. Like you have to do something rather than just sit there and think, oh, what's the best software? What's the best supplier? What's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do that? How do I do this? Do I need to make sure everything's perfect? No, you don't. just do it. So that's the most important thing.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I mean,
sales too. I mean, that's the most important thing too.
Is the what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
The first dropshipping sale.
Oh yes,
okay, yeah.
for sure. Even though we screwed that up, so
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
So yeah, guys, we can just take some questions for a while, like a few minutes, and we can wrap this up.
I don't think we had any questions.
You gotta wait for people to type.
When people start asking questions.
Yes, please.
What drink is that, by the way?
Water.
Water. Is there any particular type of water that you like?
We drink.
I guess it's Crystal Rock. We have one of those, like, you know, in like offices, how they have the water dispensers with the little tabs that you pull down with
Water
the 5-gallon jug that sits right on top.
That's a water dispenser.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a water
Like that's not the type of water, but yeah.
Oh no, the type of water that goes into it is
Crystal Rock. It's
Rock.
just
Okay.
water.
Yeah.
Crystal Rock.
Looks like someone said, "What's your favorite Bad Barbie track?" We don't listen to Bad Barbie.
No.
I have no idea what that is.
She's the Cash Me Outside girl. Cash Me Outside, how about that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah.
We don't, yeah, no.
I can't believe you just said that on camera.
I know! Bad Baby. Oh, isn't that someone else?
No, that's her. I just always say her name wrong because I don't really care for who she is.
Okay.
So when did you guys get your driver license?
When did I get it? When I was 16. So,
Like the actual valid license, or
I guess it was 6 months after, because in New York City, it was you take your permit test, and then you get your driver's license.
Yeah, and I still don't have my license.
You still don't have it.
Yeah, I gotta get it. Oh
my gosh.
But I have the California permit, and I have had like 30 hours of driving, experience.
Okay.
It's not like I'm completely lost. No. I just don't have my license. Yeah.
It took me like 2 years. I had my permit for 2.5 years before I got my license. So yeah.
Well, that's quite a long time for the permit.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I got my license like literally as quick as possible, and because I had a car like pretty much right when I turned 16.
Okay.
So I got my license as quick as possible so I could drive that.
So spoiled, right?
No, I was been working since I was 14.
I know. I do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I wish I was working at 14. All I did was sit and play games.
I was washing dishes at a restaurant.
See, you got the hustle since 14.
Yeah,
exactly.
The only thing I was hustling with is beating people in games. That's it.
What kind of video games?
Just computer games. So like online computer games. So I would just sit on my computer morning to night, grinding and playing games like a madman.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you're sitting here now grinding, finding products to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of got bored of games. I played so much.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I was like 13, 14. So I went out and got a job.
Oh, nice. See, you're ahead of the game, Martin. You're ahead of the game.
Hopefully my brother will take some tip of that to stop playing video games, because he plays video games till like 5 in the morning every night. I don't know how he does it, and then goes to work.
I would sit all day and play games, but I would get my sleep. Like I would not stay up all night to morning. I would have to get my sleep. Like I would sleep at like 10, and then wake up next morning, jump right back on my computer, sit.
Oh my gosh.
That's literally my entire summer.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't go outside at all?
I mean, I would, but for the majority, I was just binge playing games.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. The sad life.
Yeah, but it's so much better now. So
yeah.
All right. Well.
Brandon said I didn't get my license until I was 20, but it was by choice.
Why did you want to wait till you were 20 years old? I did not want to wait.
Yeah, no, I literally had to get it as soon as possible.
20. Okay. Well, at least now I know I'm not that behind.
Nope, not that behind. There's so many people I know that don't have their license yet.
Okay. I do need like to get my license for ID and business purposes, because like I'm gonna be flying, going to events, and if I go there and they're like, show me your ID, and it's like I'm showing them my 2017 high school ID from California. Okay. You guys saw the story I talked about, right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I think we're gonna wrap it up now. We're hitting that half-hour mark. Thank you, Ty, for coming on, and all my best friends drove, so I ended up just saving a bunch of money. That's funny. See, that's what my one friend did. He didn't get his license, and he just used my gas and used me for everything and paying for
food, rides,
literally everything. I was getting so frustrated, but
better situation for you.
Yeah.
What was your first car, by the way?
My first car was a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse. So if you know what that is, it's kind of like a girl sports car.
That's a Japanese car, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's like Brian Willings is just hopping in. Good to see you. Sorry, but we're gonna be actually closing this off in a minute here.
If he has any questions, he can drop it in.
Okay, yeah. If you have a question, we'll wait for 2 minutes. He might be at work though, so he might not be replying.
But let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, my first car was the 2015 Chevy Cruze.
Oh my goodness. 2015.
Yeah, my parents got me a car for my graduation gift.
See, she's spoiled.
Yeah, that's spoiled right there.
No.
Wait, well, I don't get any graduation gift because I never graduated.
Yeah, I graduated, so.
But I did get a gift for dropping out.
Yeah.
So it looks like Brian just said, I just went on lunch. Oh, nice. What are you eating? And then Brandon said, my first car was a 1955 Buick Park Event.
Avenue Grandpa car. Wow. 1995, not 55.
I don't even.
Wait, 55 or 95?
95.
95. Here, let's look it up.
Yeah, I like the old cars.
I'm saying this on camera. I swear, like I'm dyslexic or something. Like I read words wrong and I type things the wrong way. Because if you guys haven't noticed, Thrift is spelled wrong again. So I don't know what goes on there, but I have trouble reading, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh wow, this is a real grandpa car. Hold on.
That is a grandpa car.
Oh, I like it. It looks nice.
It is nice.
I'm really into the old cars, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Brian said he's got to go. He'll talk to us later. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my Facebook. It's all messed up right now.
Yeah,
I got
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, I got a new phone the other day. My Facebook won't let me log in. So I might not be replying back if you message me later, but it's good to see that you're eating a PB&J. I hope you have a good day. It was awesome kind of chatting with you a little bit. And then, yeah, I think we're going to just wrap this up now. So that's like my third time saying that.
Yeah.
So, Ty, you want to say anything before we close out? Give your channel a shout out.
I don't know what to say, guys. Go make the money. That's all that matters in life.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
We'll make the money and be happy while doing it.
And be happy, yeah. Well, you can be miserable at first. That's fine.
Okay, you probably will be miserable at first, yeah.
And then you can enjoy after. Because a lot of people enjoy so much, and then come back at like 25 or like 30, it's like, okay, why am I in so much debt? Why I don't know how to make money? Yeah, so. And actually, the amount of people, the age range that people watch my videos the most is actually 25 to 34.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got Ty's channel linked in the description, so go subscribe to him if you haven't already. And thank you for coming on, Ty. We really appreciate that. That was a good half hour. You answered the questions really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right.
Peace, guys.